Here we are, 28th of June 2021. Still under COVID restrictions. It's ages since we've been out on the hill anywhere, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a while.
Well, too long.
So we've had this trip planned for since October last year. Ended up having to postpone it until now. And look at this weather. I'm so pleased we did. It's really good. You know, there are many times in Scotland you can get out and enjoy the weather because it's doing a lot.
Scottish summer, it's our favourite day of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. So today's route is, where are we going, Nick?
We're going to Ben Nevis via the Carnmore Jerrick Arête, which is a really good ascent, arguably the most exciting route to the top, for non-climbers that is.
Now, one of the things that's different today is Louise is going to be using poles for the first time. She's just been having a few problems with some of her joints, so it's a bit of an experiment today, isn't it?
It is.
I gave them up a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, I always frowned.
Yeah, I don't smoke them anymore.
I always frowned on people using poles, and I don't even know why, so I was being a bit judgy.
I was talking about joints.
So I'm going to give them a go today and see how I get on.
Anyway, as is often the way in Scotland, it's a little bit midgy this time in the morning. I can feel them biting the back of my neck, so let's get going, shall we? Off we go.
See
you later.
Bye.
Right, we're currently heading up to Carnbic Jerrick. Now the cloud has come in quite a bit. It's above us at the moment. We're not too sure if the summits are going to be covered or whether we'll actually be going through the cloud, getting above it, which would be fantastic. Great views when it's like that.
It's about 8:30 in the morning now. The forecast has said that by about midday there's a good chance that the cloud will clear, so we're just keeping our fingers crossed. So we're just going up quite a steep part now. It's the track's quite indistinct, very easy to lose, but the good news is it looks like we're coming out near the top of the cloud. The sun's shining through it much more brightly now, so let's hope that our hopes, I suppose, are realised and we end up above the cloud. Oh, it's quite hard going, this.
It's a bit steeper now, isn't it?
Good news, everyone! The cloud has cleared. We've come up through it. In fact, it's more or less cleared below, so it's cleared earlier than we expected, or that it was forecast. So we're still extremely lucky, based on what the forecast was 2 weeks ago, where it was looking like it was going to be wet and low cloud. And here we are. Amazing, stunning weather. So we should get some good shots today of the Arête when we get there. Still a bit of snow up on the peaks in places. Must be quite cold. Right, we're just stopping for a well-earned break. Been walking for just over 2 hours. We've done 5k. It's been uphill all the way, and as I mentioned earlier, we've come through the cloud. We're up above it now, and the vista is just amazing. It's stunning.
When I walk uphill, I normally start putting my hands on my knees, so I'm pushing down on my knee when I'm trying to lifting my knee, if that makes sense. So it's putting more pressure on my legs, but so the poles are stopping me from doing that, which is really good. So I'm finding them pretty useful at the moment.
Really good view now of the Arête and where we're going to be going. It doesn't look that far away, but a really nice view. We've been climbing for ages now, and every step is a little bit higher up, but still over to our right. Ben Nevis is still a lot higher. We've still got quite a long way to go. Most of the walks and climbs I've done over the last year, I've been wearing these, what have become my go-to trousers for walking and climbing in, from Maya Sports. What I really like about them is the three-way stretch and the fact that they're windproof. They're not warm, you don't need them to be, because obviously you're using lots of energy generating heat, so it's actually a benefit that they're not warm. But because they're windproof, not that I need that today, but because they're windproof, you feel like you're not having your body temperature whipped away. And obviously when you're walking on uneven ground and having to take big steps and things like that, and you have to stretch, other fabrics can be very restrictive, and these just aren't. They are absolutely excellent, and by far the best walking trousers I've ever had. I think I need another pair, and most of the time, because I'm mostly running, I've got plenty of time in between walks, But if I was doing 2 or 3 in a week, maybe that would be a good reason to have another pair. Anyway, fantastic. I can heartily recommend them. Now Louise has got a ladies pair on, and she finds them really good. Best pair she's got too. Now I'm carrying a pair of waterproof trousers with me as well. Again, I don't think I'll need them today, but these trousers, the Maya sports ones, they're not waterproof, but if you do get wet, they dry very quickly. It's another huge benefit. Having a little breather, having reached almost a first peak. It's a stunning day, absolutely lovely. See the red stone there from where the hill gets its name. This is the little red one, of course. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
That's what I do all the time.
Eyes down.
It's a magic trick.
Oh my goodness. There we are. That's it.
So we're at the top of Kenmore Drag, at the moment CMD as it's known, which gives us a fantastic view of the arête that heads from here down and then back up to Ben Nevis itself. It's really good, the light's nice, and you can see the mist just collecting in the col there, beautiful. So we're on the ridge walk part of it now, coming down the arête, or down towards the arête. It's quite narrow still. Doesn't seem quite as narrow or difficult as Crib Goch on Snowdon, but we've barely started, so let's wait and see. bit narrow at this point in places, but I don't think it's any worse than we've done before coming down this far. But we're just getting down to the bottom of the col now, and then we'll start heading up again. Pretty much at the lowest point of the col now on the CMD route, and it's amazing looking back to see just how much elevation we've dropped. A long way down, and that means of course a long way up again. That's a great, wonderful walk, well worth it. Okay, we've had a little bit of a rest, so we're about to head up. As it's back uphill for quite some time. This is the way we're going. Lunchtime now, so we'll just settle down pretty much on top of the world. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? The view from here is amazing, so what a great place to be eating your sandwich. So that's the end of the arête. We've just got to go straight up now, and there's this nice marker to tell us that we've done it by the look of it. There's no choice here but just to scramble over the rocks, and it's up, up, up.
Oh, you see the top?
So we've got to the top. It was a really hard scramble getting up the last bit, but there's a queue for the trig point, so we're not going to go and stand next to that. But it's been a lovely walk, absolutely lovely. What do you reckon, Nick?
Yeah, definitely. You need to be quite fit to do it. I thought it was quite fat to do it, but that was a mistake.
There are hundreds of people up here.
Yeah, and guess what? There's a lot of them dropping their rubbish.
Oh,
and
yes.
they're not taking it home with them.
But the council will come and collect
But it's
it.
all right, the council will do it.
I don't think so. Anyway,
Sandwiches, banana skins, water bottles.
Yeah, you
Take
wouldn't
your rubbish home.
you wouldn't go hungry here, would you?
It's not difficult.
no, the view is stunning,
It is.
absolutely amazing. But we'll just have a bit of a rest and then head back down. We're going back down the tourist route.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later.
Definitely a lot easier on the way down. Louise and Nick are just discussing how happy they are that we did the hard bit first, and a lot of people on this track. But it's quite nice. It's a reasonably easy going. Well, it still feels like a moonscape. A little bit more oxygen though.
It was great. and I've got lovely cool hands now, so it was very refreshing. I want to do it again.
Getting to the top, you'd think, oh, that's the hard bit, but you know, it's only half the journey. Still got the rest to do to get back down. And sometimes, well, often, because you've done that climb to the top and you've been lifting all your weight up, all those meters, you've used loads of energy. And so when you're coming down, you're really quite tired and it's a bit of a drag. And to say this is no exception. Even though we're on the easier tourist route, it's still hard work, it's still a challenging walk. And of course, as we get lower down, it gets warmer too. So there's that to consider. So remember that when you're planning a walk, always remember to cater for the return journey. I had a sandwich not long ago that I still had. I've had a third of a piece of candle mint cake between us, each, so that was good. Plenty to drink as well. Yeah, definitely need to plan for it. It's not tremendously far now. We can see the Lochen in the distance where we'll be walking past, and then we go off the tourist track then to head over back towards the car park, but still a good few kilometres to go, or miles if you prefer. So that's us finished. It's a long day, definitely, and not to be taken on by the light-hearted. You need a bit of experience to do that route.
And fitness.
But fantastic. And Louise and I are both runners, so and we do cross-training in the gym to strengthen our glutes, quads, and hamstrings and so on, which really helps. So I think it's worth it from that point of view. Otherwise, it's going to take you quite a long time. What do you guys think?
Well, I wasn't going to do the Arête, but I actually did it, and it was really good. Just a really good day on the hills. Fantastic. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I'm ready to take my boots off now, though, because my feet are fizzy.
Well, I'm not a runner. I'm more of a couch potato, but I still managed it. I'm suffering. I'm tired. Got a few aches and pains. From a navigation perspective, we didn't have to do a great deal. You know, you could see everything because the weather was so fine. And you know, so skills building in that sense was non-existent really, but still a good trek and some off-road walking as well.
Yeah. So the route we took was the one on Walk Highlands, isn't it? Walkhighlands.org.uk. It's a good route. There's some bits where there isn't a marked path, but it's pretty obvious where you need to go. So well worth a try if you fancy taking it on. Do it.
Yeah. Have fun.
And good luck.
Good luck.